Stop it.
No, I can't. I'll clip it. Good morning, everybody. So last night I did not really share anything. We drove here from Salt Lake, just like 6.5 hours or so, and then we hiked in. Well, hello. Hi. I'm so excited.
Yeah. Sweetie.
And basically just got this tent set up just in time for the light to go away, and then what? It was past sunset, like it was not in time for sunset. We were still hiking during sunset.
The light went away.
Shut up. Alright, no, by the time it was dark, we were done setting up the tent, and yeah, we just ate a really quick dinner of avocado and barbecue chips. It's our Thanksgiving Day feast. Today's technically Thanksgiving, but we obviously didn't get in here until after sunset, and so there's not enough time for me to cook the meal that I was planning. So we're gonna have it tomorrow, but I'm very excited for it because it's the first time I will have ever, on my own, just made a full Thanksgiving meal in the wilderness. So I will show you guys that. Went and relaxed in the hot springs for a few hours and then got to bed earlier because we're used to going to bed super early. So yeah. How's your morning? What is that? I picked this up for our fire to be able to cook with, and Trey thought that I picked it up to be a wishbone, which obviously it now is. So.
Thanksgiving?
Do you have your wish?
Give me 1 second. Yeah. Alright.
Bam. It's okay. All right.
That's on your wish.
Oh, thank you. Hey everyone, I'm about to start cooking the fully vegan Thanksgiving meal for me and Trey here, and it's all backcountry, so I did everything I could to prep ahead of time, but I'm still gonna have to use our camp stove and fire to cook the rest of it. So I'm gonna show you guys all the steps to do that. If this isn't something you're super interested in, I'm gonna put timestamps down below in the description so you can jump ahead in the video. And as always, if you guys like these kind of videos, please comment below and let me know so that I can either make more of these or less of these. And also like and subscribe so you don't miss more videos if I do make them. All right, so I'm gonna get started. First I need to make my fire right here. All right, hair is up, fire started, ready to cook. I'm gonna show you guys everything that I brought, and then from there we will get cooking. Okay, so the very first thing I did was wrap my roast and get it in the fire to start warming. Same with my sweet potato. Then get some butter, slightly sauteing, and I don't know where my lighter is, so searching for my lighter, searching, found it. Okay, cool, back on track. Get my stove going, butter slightly going, and I adjusted my heat so that the butter would not burn. And I put in my celery and onion so it could start to saute lightly for in the stuffing. I'm gonna get some water boiling so I can get the vegetable broth going. Do a quick backcountry clean of this Tupperware container. It's probably clean. Fill it with my stuffing. Clean this one as well. Put my potatoes in there. Stir, stir, pour. Realized I forgot that I was roasting things on the fire. Find a stick to flip things with. flip the roast, flip the potato, get back to it. Wanted to get my mushrooms started so they can soften up. Checking if my celery's ready yet, and it's not. Stirred my mushrooms a bit, cleaned another Tupperware, and I'm pouring in my gravy packet so that I can get that going. Mix, mix, mix. Made sure there were no lumps. Then drained my mushrooms so that it wasn't too watery for my gravy and poured in what I'd already mixed. Do another really quick check to see if my celery's done yet. Flipped my potato, flipped my roast, covered it with a few coals to help cook it, and back to stirring. Celery was finally finished, so I poured that into my stuffing, mixed that up so it would get nice and fluffy, covered it and set it aside, covered my gravy, set that aside, and got started on the potatoes. So first I am mixing my soy milk all together, and then I'm seasoning my potatoes, so salt, garlic powder, paprika, poured in my water, poured in my milk, realized it wasn't enough, created more water, poured that in, realized it wasn't enough, poured more water in, mixed, still needed more water, adding just a little bit of butter while I wait on the water, mixed that in, poured more water, mixed it up, poured more water again. Really terrible at measuring out how much water I needed. Now I'm going to heat up the sauce for my sweet potato and get my sweet potato from the fire. Apparently can grab that. So normally I do slices and I layer them in, but that wasn't really working, so I just kind of mashed it along on the bottom. Put a really thin layer of butter, spread that around, a really thin layer of my sauce, poured that, let it spread around a bit, and a sprinkling of coconut sugar. Then another layer, mash that down, butter, sprinkle of syrup. And for the final layer, I topped it with some crushed pecans and put a little bit of the sauce on that as well. Put the bread out, by far the easiest part of the evening. Cleaned. Got my broccoli started, just wanted that. That's probably clean. That one too. Started steaming my broccoli at the very end so it's all fresh and ready. And then grabbed my roast from the fire. Can I touch it? Yep, touched that, got the foil off, put that in, and... Okay, I've now finished everything. Took a little while, but hopefully everything is still warm and the right temperatures. And yeah, we're both really excited to have a little Thanksgiving out here. Also, for the record, he offered multiple times to help me cook this, but I really want to try to do it on my own, so.
Oh, it's cold.
Alright, what's going on right now?
The invasion. They've set up a big table with like speakers, a tent that is very rotund, coolers, plural. These are people who don't hike. They rolled up in some kind of boat or something and unloaded.
I did.
So this is about to be party central tonight. Mark my words.
So many of them.
We're so subtle.
The wine might have played a role in my subtle approach to that.
Are you allowed to drink alcohol on YouTube, like with videos?
I don't see why not. As long as you're of age, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the rules.
I think it's like illicit drugs you wouldn't be able to do, but like...
Makes sense.
Yeah, I think just normal drugs. No, just drinking. I think that's fine. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. Love you.
Kiss my tooth. Good morning, everyone. We tried to get to this pool before the people came, but unfortunately there are still a few people here. I'm going to show you a little bit of what I can, but there's not very many pools here. It's kind of in the slot canyon, so there's only 4 pools that you can get into total. And I don't want to be rude and recording people in here, so I can't really show you all that much, but I'll show you what I can. We've been a little bit worried about getting water in our nose because there's some amoeba in there that apparently once it's in your nose, within a few hours it changes shape and then starts to burrow through the back into your brain, and then it creates this type of meningitis that is 5% curable. So 95% of the people that get it die. So there's a little bit of a risk being in these hot springs. Otherwise, we finally have the springs to ourselves. We are enjoying this amazing view while we eat our Thanksgiving leftovers, and I'm very excited for that because we've been hungry all morning while we soaked in the springs.